Beyond the dazzling world of Hollywood celebrities, groundbreaking scientists, and world-class athletes, there are some truly remarkable people who've been in the public eye since they were children. Whether you've only heard about conjoined twins through Ben Carson's famous story or you've genuinely followed Abby and Brittany Hensel's journey with interest, stay with me. Today we're taking a deeper look into the extraordinary lives of Abby and Brittany Hensel. What happened to Abby and Brittany Hensel? On November 18, 2024, conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel suddenly drew fans' attention back to them. 3 years after Abby's 2021 wedding, the twins posted a year-in-review recap on TikTok, including wedding photos and clips, and answered several questions about their personal lives. The caption that instantly grabbed headlines and sparked massive speculation read, "Married and baby on the way." In a 30-second clip posted without a caption, they left fans wondering whether the twins were actually announcing a pregnancy. Abby, Brittany, and Josh have been quietly enjoying private family time, but the post immediately triggered another wave of online criticism and deeply personal questions about their lives. Of course, hate speech and cruel comments are unavoidable, but the twins refuse to let those remarks get to them. Despite thousands of comments, both supportive and negative, the twins delivered a perfect response to the critics. "This is a message to all the haters out here," read one TikTok video posted on March 29, featuring photos of the duo alongside Abby's husband. "If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan." The message was captioned #forever. Fans flooded the comments section with congratulations. One wrote, "Congratulations on the upcoming baby announcement." Another said, "Congratulations." Someone else commented, "Congratulations on being pregnant. You will make great moms." Another added, "Congratulations, Mom, Dad, and Auntie. How amazing." One more said, "Congratulations. It's such a blessing to be a mommy. Wishing you both a safe and healthy pregnancy and delivery." After that 30-second clip was posted, the conjoined twins went quiet again. Their sudden silence left fans wondering whether the post meant exactly what people assumed, or if the twins had been misunderstood. Doctors and scientists even researched whether pregnancy was medically possible for them. Some raised serious concerns, while others praised the twins for their courage and confidence in taking such a major step. Right now, several questions are probably running through your mind. How is it even possible for both of them to become pregnant? And who is the man brave enough to take such a huge risk by falling in love with, not just one, but both of them? That man is Abby's husband. Believe it or not, he doesn't just talk to both of them, he dates both of them, takes them on romantic outings, builds separate relationships with each, and eventually does the unthinkable: he marries them. And somehow, despite all the odds and chaos you might imagine, it becomes part of their everyday reality. Stay right here, don't go anywhere, as we dive deeper into the lives of these conjoined twins. The twins' background: Abigail Lorraine Hensel and Brittany Lee Hensel were born on March 7, 1990, in Carver County, Minnesota, to Patty, a registered nurse, and Mike Hensel, a carpenter and landscaper. The American conjoined twins are dicephalic parapagous twins, meaning they have two heads side by side sharing one torso, a highly symmetrical form of conjoined twinning. Abby and Brittany have a younger brother and sister. They were raised in New Germany, Minnesota, and attended Mayer Lutheran High School there. In 2012, both graduated with degrees in education from Bethel University in St. Paul. When the twins were born, doctors told their parents there was an option to attempt surgical separation, but with only a slim chance that both could survive. After careful thought, Patty and Mike chose not to proceed with separation surgery once doctors explained that it was highly unlikely both would live through the operation. Mike later expressed his concern: "How could you pick between the two?" Their parents ultimately decided that trying to separate them would be a bad idea. As the girls grew, learned to walk, and developed other skills, their parents felt proud of that decision. They also shared that the quality of life for whichever twin survived separation, or for both living separately, would likely be lower than the quality of life they enjoy as conjoined individuals. Despite their physical challenges, Abby and Brittany learned to coordinate their movements beautifully. From walking to texting, driving, and even playing sports, their lives have been featured in major media outlets, including Life magazine and The Oprah Winfrey Show. The twins were interviewed on the Learning Channel in December 2006. They spoke openly about their daily routines, future plans, and the show followed them as they graduated from Bethel University with education degrees, traveled through Europe, and began their careers as teachers. Next, we'll explore the twins' extraordinary physiology. But first, let's clarify what dicephalic parapagus really means. Dicephalic parapagus. Dicephalic parapagus is an extremely rare form of partial twinning in which two heads sit side by side on one torso. Babies born this way are sometimes called two-headed babies. Most dicephalic twins are stillborn, and many others die shortly after birth. Only a very small number have survived into adulthood. The degree of limb and organ duplication can vary from case to case. One head may be only partially developed, acephalic, or both may be fully formed. In some cases, two complete hearts are present, which improves survival chances. The total number of arms can be 2, 3, or 4. Survival is possible when no attempt is made to separate the twins, except in rare situations where one twin is dying. In the 1960s, several medical publications argued that newborn dicephalic twins should not receive active treatment or resuscitation. A failed surgical separation attempt was documented in a 1982 paper. The operation did not result in long-term survival for either twin. In more recent cases, including in Turkey and Minnesota, doctors advised against separation surgery. This helps explain why Abby and Brittany's parents refused the procedure, giving both daughters the best possible chance at life. The twins' physiology. Abby and Brittany Hensel share a single body with separate heads and necks, a wider than normal chest, 2 arms, and 2 legs. When they were born, the twins had a rudimentary third arm attached between the base of their necks to a shared shoulder blade at the back. Doctors removed the arm, leaving only the shoulder blade. Abby's head tilts laterally outward about 5 degrees to the right, while Brittany's tilts about 15 degrees to the left, making Brittany appear shorter even when seated. Brittany's leg is nearly 2 inches shorter than Abby's, and she tends to stand and walk on tiptoe, causing her calf muscle to become significantly larger than Abby's. Surgeons later halted the continued growth of Abby's spine after Brittany's growth stopped prematurely. At age 12, the twins underwent surgery at Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare to correct scoliosis and expand their chest cavity to prevent future breathing difficulties. Each twin controls one side of their shared body. Their sense of touch is limited to their own half, fading off at the mid-sagittal plane, with only slight overlap at the midline. When one twin has a stomach ache, only the twin on the opposite side feels it. The conjoined twins have learned to skillfully coordinate their limbs whenever both hands or legs are needed. They walk, run, swim, play volleyball, play piano, and ride a bicycle, all by synchronizing their movements perfectly. They can type on a computer keyboard and drive a car together. They share control of the steering wheel. Abby stands 5 feet 2 inches tall with longer legs, while Brittany is 4 foot 10 inch. Their height difference has created challenges in some activities, like when they tried to balance on a Segway during their 2012 reality series. On December 20th, a TikTok video posted to their account explained their anatomy in detail. Molecular biologist Hashim Al-Ghaili created the video. According to the breakdown, Abby and Brittany have individual organs in the upper body, while most organs below and above the navel are shared. Except for the spinal cord, they have 2 heads and 2 spines merging at the coccyx, joined at the thorax by sections of ribs, 2 completely separate spinal cords, 2 arms, One broad rib cage with two highly fused sternums and traces of bridging ribs. Surgery was performed to expand their pleural cavities. They have two breasts and two hearts in a shared circulatory system, nutrition, and respiration. Any medication taken by one twin affects both. They also have four lungs, with the medial lungs moderately fused, not involving Brittany's upper right lobe, three pleural cavities, one diaphragm with well-coordinated involuntary breathing, and a slight central defect. They have two stomachs, two gallbladders, one liver, with an enlarged and elongated right lobe, a Y-shaped small intestine with slightly double peristalsis at the juncture, one large intestine, one colon, rectum, and anus, 3 kidneys, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 bladder. Regarding reproductive organs, the twins have only one set of reproductive organs, two separate half sacra that converge distally, one slightly broad pelvis, and two legs. The video, which received over 36,000 views, included a series of breaking news-style headlines. Each headline carried different titles, but the ones that drew the most attention were, "This is so tragic," and "What if one of them dies?" Since conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel first appeared on screen, fans have been curious about their everyday lives and routines. Stay tuned. Next we explore how they navigate life together. Navigating life as conjoined twins. According to scientists, dicephalic parapagus twins rarely survive into adulthood, but rare exceptions like Abby and Brittany Hensel have proven that belief wrong. The conjoined twins not only survived, they graduated from high school in 2008. Both attended Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota. Majoring in education, they briefly considered pursuing different courses within the major, but the extra coursework made it impossible. The conjoined twins graduated together with Bachelor of Arts degrees in 2012. When it comes to clothing, some items have to be custom altered by a seamstress to feature two separate necklines, helping emphasize their individuality. The twins usually eat separate meals, but sometimes share one meal for convenience. When performing tasks like responding to emails, both type and reply as one, expressing each other's feelings with very little verbal communication. Their rule for pronouns: they use I when they agree, and use their names when they have different opinions. Isn't that mind-blowing? Abby and Brittany hate being stared at or photographed by strangers while going about their private lives. At age 16, they appeared in interviews for the Discovery Channel in 2006. They spoke openly about hoping to date, get married, and have children one day. They also expressed their desire to live a normal social life like everyone else, and shared personal details to help people understand them better. Like most teenagers, the twins looked forward to getting their driver's licenses. Earning one was a major milestone. Abby and Brittany passed their driving exams separately, because state law required each of them to be licensed. Driving demanded perfect coordination. Abby controls the devices on the right side of the driver's seat, while Brittany handles those on the left. Their 2012 reality show on TLC answered many fan questions about how they drive. It showed exactly how the twins complete even simple tasks, like operating a vehicle. Driving may seem straightforward for most people with 2 hands and 2 feet, but for extraordinary individuals like Abby and Brittany who share 2 hands and 2 feet, it can be incredibly tricky and almost impossible. During the show, the twins explained how they make a great driving team. Brittany said, "We have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test and we both passed. When we drive, Abby controls the gas and the brakes, and we both steer, and I'm in charge of the blinker." Their mother, Patty Hensel, once voiced a light-hearted concern: "I don't know what would happen if they got pulled over for speeding. Would they each get a ticket, or just Abby because it's her foot on the accelerator?" If you're wondering whether the twins have careers or a source of income, yes, they do. But first, let's explore how they rose to fame. Career and rise to fame. The twins first appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show on April 8 and 29, 1996. That same month, they were featured on the cover of Life magazine under the headline, "One Body, Two Souls." The article, "The Hensel Summer," described their daily lifestyle. In September 1998, Life published a follow-up story. In 2002, they appeared in the TV documentary Joined for Life produced by Advanced Medical Productions. The documentary aired on the Discovery Health Channel. A 2003 follow-up titled Joined at Birth was also released. When the twins were 11, an updated story was filmed in 2001 and published in Time and Life magazines in 2003. ABC TV produced another documentary called Joined for Life. In 2005, they were featured in a UK television special as part of the Extraordinary People series. In 2006, Advanced Medical produced yet another documentary, Joined for Life, Abby and Brittany Turned 16. The film explored their adolescence, school life, social experiences, and daily routines. A few years later, TLC aired the reality series Abby and Brittany for one season with 8 episodes. The show premiered in 2012 when the twins were 20 years old. It followed them finishing college, enjoying social life, traveling, and navigating daily life as conjoined twins. "People have been curious about us since we were born for obvious reasons," the twins said in the first episode. "But our parents never let us use that as an excuse. We were raised to believe we could do anything we wanted to do." They added, "The most amazing thing about us is we are like everyone else." The twins later starred in the TLC reality series Abby and Brittany from August to October 2012. It aired in the US and in the UK, on BBC, in April and May 2013. The show covered the period from their college graduation to starting part-time teaching jobs. In 2013, the twins became teachers. They continued teaching 5th grade at Sunnyside Elementary in New Brighton, Minnesota, as of 2024. Fans have long wondered how teaching works for them. In 2021, Abby made headlines when she announced she had married Josh Bowling, a nurse and Army veteran. 3 years earlier, the 34-year-old twins shocked and thrilled fans in March 2024 after court documents obtained by Today confirmed the marriage. Photos from their wedding day were later shared on social media. The pictures showed Abby and her twin Brittany wearing wedding gowns, with Josh in a gray suit. Abby and Brittany's Facebook page also uses one of the wedding images as their profile picture. The twins have since posted glimpses of Abby's wedding on social media, including a 2024 recap TikTok featuring footage of Abby and Bowling's first dance. After receiving widespread attention about the event, Abby and Brittany also clapped back at critics in late March. "The internet is extra loud today," they wrote in one TikTok video. Months later they shared another post captioned, "We know you think you know us." Josh Bowling has a daughter from his previous marriage to Annika Bowling. Her name is Isabella. After the wedding, Abby became stepmom to 8-year-old Isabella. Several photos on social media show the little girl hugging Abby and Brittany and posing on vacation with her stepmother and dad. Although Brittany's relationship status remains unknown to date, fans still wonder whether Brittany is indirectly also married to the nurse. According to public records, Abby and Brittany live in Minnesota and work as 5th grade teachers. When they were hired shortly after college graduation, the twins received separate contracts and their single-person salary was split. Abby's strong points were math and science, while Brittany is more focused on language arts, reading, stuff like that, the twins explained in an episode of Abby and Brittany on E! News. The conjoined twins are sometimes spotted going about everyday activities and remain somewhat active on TikTok, where they have more than 300,000 followers. Abby and Brittany Hensel also value staying out of the spotlight. They currently teach 4th and 5th grade at a local elementary school, sharing the same paycheck because they teach the same classes. Pregnancy speculations. After Abby and Brittany set the internet on fire with their pregnancy post, countless questions arose about whether it was medically possible, although Brittany, on the left side, cannot feel anything on the right side of her body, and Abby, on the right, cannot feel anything on the left. Their limbs move in perfect coordination, as if controlled by one person. As a result, the twins can actually conceive a child. However, determining legal motherhood would be complicated. People also speculated about potential complications if one twin carried a baby. In medical history, only 2 cases of conjoined twins giving birth have been documented, and one involved sisters who had already been surgically separated. Conjoined twins Charity Lincoln Gutierrez Vazquez and her sister were born attached from breastbone to pelvis in 2000. In 2021, Charity gave birth to a healthy baby girl at the University of Washington Medical Center in Seattle, the same hospital where she and her sister were born 21 years earlier. According to current medical understanding, if Abby or Brittany were to have biological children, they would be the first female dicephalic, fused side-by-side, twins ever to do so. Although the twins each have their own heart and lungs, all other organs, including the reproductive system, are shared. Another rare historical case involves conjoined brothers Chong and Ng Bunker, born 1811, who fathered 21 children between them. Surprisingly, Abby and Brittany Hensel have always been open about wanting romance and motherhood. In interviews during their teenage years, Abby once said, "Yeah, we are going to be moms one day, but we don't want to talk about how it's going to work yet." Brittany added, "We're going to be great moms." Finally, let's look at how experts have responded to unreasonable fans in defense of the conjoined twins. Experts' response to fans: the internet simply cannot stop talking and speculating about the lives of conjoined twins Brittany and Abigail Hensel. According to several experts, the unwelcome obsession with their personal lives has crossed a line. The 34-year-old conjoined twins recently returned to the spotlight when multiple outlets, including Today and the New York Post, reported that Abigail had a private wedding ceremony in 2021. Although Abby and Brittany have said very little about the post, they confirmed the marriage on their unverified TikTok account in 2023 by sharing wedding photos. The twins also posted 2 TikTok videos in 2024 responding to comments about their wedding post. In one video they wrote, "The internet is extra loud today. We have always been around." In another they included audio addressing all the haters out there. Experts in disability studies and media say the intense fascination with the Hensel twins' personal lives reveals a great deal about how society views and discusses people with unusual bodies. The truth is, the Hensel twins, like anyone else, deserve to live an ordinary life without sparking debate every time they do something normal. We see something where this is unusual. This is exciting. This is a little out of the ordinary, and it's not something that many people are equipped to talk about very well. And so we see a lot of social media attention and other coverage that is focusing on this as being particularly remarkable when people in their 30s get married all the time, says Elizabeth Elsesser, Associate Professor of Media Studies at the University of Virginia and author of Restricted Access, Media, Disability, and the Politics of Participation. So why is there so much interest in Abby Hensel's wedding? The fascination is understandable. Conjoined twins are extremely rare, and people are naturally curious about lives that differ from the norm. People have always been fascinated by conjoined twins because they obviously represent a challenge to how we think about individuality. We normally think of individuality as one person existing in one expansive skin, and conjoined twins like Abigail and Brittany are obviously 2 people in one expansive skin, says Alice Dreger, historian, bioethicist, and author of One of Us, Conjoined Twins and the Future of Normal. But this fascination becomes harmful when it leads to exploitation and invasion of privacy. The Hensel twins have deliberately kept a low public profile outside of their television appearances, signaling they are not interested in sharing every detail of their lives with the world. The intense interest in their romantic relationships is especially inappropriate, often driven by prurient sexual curiosity, Elsesser notes. This is likely why Abby and Brittany Hensel have chosen not to address most reactions to Abigail's wedding. They have no interest in answering follow-up questions. This is not anyone else's business, Alcesser emphasizes. The best approach, experts say, is to let the twins lead, to respect what they choose to share and what they prefer to keep private. What do they want to share? What do they want us to know? Alcesser asks that it's also essential to remember that people with unusual bodies are human beings, not anomalies or spectacles. That if the twins decide not to open their lives to public discussion, that choice deserves respect. The experience of having a different body depends on the culture around you. Abigail and Brittany have been fortunate to live in a small town that has been reasonable and accepting. And throughout history, most conjoined twins have chosen to live in small towns for, I think, exactly this reason, that they can live peaceful lives without constant interference. Alice Dreger explains, today, no one knows exactly what Abby and Brittany Hensel are doing, and we may never know the full truth behind the pregnancy rumors, even though fans desperately want answers. What we do know is this. Abby and Brittany Hensel continue to defy critics by living happy, fulfilled lives. We hope to hear from them again soon. What are your thoughts about conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel? Do you agree with the experts' response to the twins' unreasonable fans? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories.